The left has gone crazy. I got more death threats right now than ever before against me and my family. I actually moved my family out of here. So you know, it's incredible where we have become. The left has lost their minds, and so please keep screaming, keep yelling, because I'm coming. And me and the president of the United States is going to make this country safe.
The left-wing media is getting fake mad because they're all acting like Trump wasn't going to do all the things that he said he was going to do. He said he was going to deport 20 million illegals, and everyone's like, what? We all thought he just meant the criminals. They're all criminals that cross the border illegally. They're furious about RFK Jr. getting appointed to the Human and Health Services head, appointed the director of that because he wants to make America healthy again. And they're shocked by that, even though it was all like already pretty much a given that that's exactly what he was going to be appointed as prior. We were always saying make America healthy again. And so specifically with the immigration, because that's relevant to what we're talking to today, everyone's like going crazy because Tom Homan, who was literally the director of ICE for Obama and Trump, is going to deport all these illegals, and he's saying how he's going to do it, and everyone's getting furious, and they're threatening him. It's insane. So we're going to get into some videos because he shocks Donald Trump Jr. on what he says about what they're going to do with the border and how quickly it's going to happen. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to RTM News so you can hear this amazing raw coverage of what's going on in the media, in news. It's always fun to go over what's going on, and this is more of a positive light because we're excited to see our country taken back. We're ready to take our country back, and I'm super excited about it. So let's get into this video right now.
Overarching message to Americans who are eager for major border action on minute one, like Inauguration Day, 1 second in. How much will you be able to improve the life of everyday Americans?
I got 3 words for them. Shock and awe.
Shock
and awe.
I love it.
You're going to see us take this country back. And look, like I said before, it isn't just about the deportation operation. It isn't just about saving the children. It ain't about securing the border. What's the result? Less overdose deaths, less sex trafficking. For God's sake, it's one of the worst crimes around. Less migrants dying. Under this administration, over 4,000 aliens have died crossing that border, an historic record. When President Trump, again, had immigration on 90%, had that border shut down, he saved thousands of lives. So less aliens die, less Americans die. Wages will increase because you don't have all that illegal labor working for pennies on a dollar up here. Sex trafficking is going to vastly increase. This country is going to be alien crime. You're going to see that reduced significantly. As far as Trenda, Agua, and MS-13, a notice to you, my gang's bigger than your gang, and we're going to take you out too. So I can't wait to get started. I'm excited about coming back, serving this country again. Took a huge pay cut, but my wife said if you don't go back, we're going to get divorced because I'm sick and tired of you waking up every day pissed off about you not being able to do anything. So I'm excited about coming back.
Well, Tom, I love the energy. Thank you for all of the time. Thank you for everything that you do. I can't wait for you to get started on all of this. And, listen, I look forward to having you on a bunch to give the American people an actual recap. I mean, so much of this administration is going to be about that transparency, understanding what their government is actually doing, seeing it.
And that's the beautiful thing about Tom Homan. I actually had the privilege of meeting him like last month. I'm so bad at time, but probably a few weeks ago, maybe even a month and a half ago. In DC, he was teaching me and a bunch of other influencers about the importance of border security, about what's happening at the border. It's not all syrupy sweet at the border. People coming across for a better life. That's not all that's happening. There's drugs being funneled through. There's trafficking happening. There's people being raped. It's a terrible thing what's happening there. And under the Trump administration, border was secure 90%. And under the Harris-Biden administration, it literally just let it run rampant. Let people just come through willy-nilly. And it has been terrible for America the last 4 years. And so I'm so excited. The smile on his face was not like that because when the last time I had seen him was prior to Trump being elected, and he was so disheartened by what we were dealing with and was hopeful that Trump would get into office. We weren't sure of what was going to happen at the time. And I'm so happy to see that he's going to be in charge of that. The borders are, who's actually going to take care of the border, take care of the people, take care of the country. And I'm so pumped. Like, it doesn't even feel real. I think I've probably said this already, but I'm just shocked. I'm not shocked, but I'm so grateful the Trump won. I'm so grateful all these things are being implemented that are actually going to make America better and make America great again. It's literally like, it feels like America's going to be great again. So I'm super excited. But we have another clip with Donald Trump Jr. as well, where Tom Homan goes into a little more detail of what's going on and just expresses more of what they're going to do at the border and how they're going to secure it. And it's great. So let's check this out.
I was actually in the shower. I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm a bad guy by all the left media. Think about this for a moment. So the people that want to enforce the law they're the bad guy. But the ones who break the law, they're the victims. It's just incredible how they put this upside down. So look, again, they can write what they want, and that's why you see me on YouTube in congressional testimony. They want to shut you up. They won't let you talk. And they can gavel me as much as they want. They can stick the gavel where the sun don't shine. I'm the only one in that room under oath. I'm the only one in that room actually earned the right to talk because of my 3.5 decades on the border. I know more about the border than they'll ever know. So, the left has gone crazy. I got more death threats right now than ever before against me and my family. I actually moved my family out of here. So it's incredible where we have become. The left has lost their minds. And so please keep screaming, keep yelling, because I'm coming. And me and the president of the United States is going to make this country safer. We're going to save millions of lives, hundreds of thousands of lives from fentanyl overdoses. We're going to decrease sex trafficking in women and children. We're going to drastically slow down any terrorist that wants to come across that southern border. We're going to save America, and I can't wait to get started January 20th.
By the way, it's hard to believe.
It's so encouraging. Now, on top of, he didn't even just say what else they were going to do, which is I'm grateful for, about saving millions of lives, stopping the fentanyl from coming across the border, stopping people from being trafficked, all these things that are so exciting, so needed right now, because this thing's, oh man, what happened to the border is just tragic. And what's happening in our countries and in our country and our states like Colorado and Texas, like the crime that's being running all over the place because of these cartels and these illegal immigrants that do not mean well to the American people. On top of that, he's talking about how the media is saying, demonizing people for following the law. Like, you're trying to follow the law. It is a law that you cannot cross our borders legally and just live willy-nilly on American soil. That's just not how it works. You have to come to the legal port of entry. And the fact that he's trying to enforce that, he's getting vilified by media. The fact that he's getting death threats because he wants to secure the American border, secure our border, and keep our people safe. Like, just think about that, how insane it is. The media is vilifying him and characterizing him in a terrible manner that is causing death threats to be directed towards him and his family when he's trying to protect you, the American people. This is insane. This is why alternative media won. This is why Donald Trump won. They're sick of the lies that's being spun by the mainstream media, and we've had enough. It's absolutely insane. We need to put an end to this right now. I'm just day in and day out, the mainstream media just perpetuates things that are divisive and unhelpful to our country, to our culture. And it's just so sad that we have to deal with this all the time. I have one last clip for you with Tom Homan. I believe he's on CNN. He's talking about the border in more detail to another group of people, and you get to hear their responses.
He's working with law enforcement. But, there's two things. Number one, under President
Actually, it was Fox.
President Trump, he was suing the sanctuary cities, DOJ suing the sanctuary cities, pulling federal funds. Of course, day one, when Joe Biden came in office, he stopped that lawsuit. So that has to be put back in place. And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send to New York City, because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you. But it's much easier to arrest a bad guy. Like I just said, we're concentrating on public safety threats of human and national security threats. Right. It's much easier to arrest a bad guy in the jail. Give us access to Rikers Island that we've been kicked out of. Let us get the bad guy in jail. It's safer for the alien. It's safer for the officer. It's safer for the community. But if you're going to release these bad guys out in the community, then we're going to have to go find them, which puts the officer at risk, puts the community at risk, and puts, and bottom line is, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. And the left keeps saying, well, we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel safe, come to the police department knowing we don't work for life. Let me make one thing clear. That's just a stone cold lie. Victims and witnesses of a crime does not want the bad guy back in their neighborhood.
That's true.
Yeah. Certainly. And most the illegal immigrant community, they broke the law being there. They shouldn't be. However, after being there, they're God-fearing family people. I get it. Do they want a sexual predator in their neighborhood? Do they want someone convicted of DUI 10 times in their neighborhood? Let us protect not only the American communities, let us protect the immigrant community. Who's a victim of MS-13 crime? the immigrant community.
Yeah.
So, if sanctuary cities don't want to help us, then get the hell out of the way, because we're coming.
He didn't live to get a word in, but they were all agreeing with him. They're probably all in shock and awe of what's happening there. And he's just even stating how I'm going to protect even the illegal immigrants, because MS-13 and all these cartels and gangs that are coming in and wreaking havoc all over our country. He's like, I'm going to protect them from them as well, because guess what? They're doing things illegally. They're not documented, and they're harming even the people that are breaking the law to come here. So it's super encouraging to see that, like, we're going to have someone who comes in and get things done. He says, if they're not going to help us, it doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to enforce the law. We're going to secure the border. I've never seen such confidence from a new administration coming into office, and I never felt such conviction to actually believe that they're going to do it. And I really believe it's because of the track record of his previous administration, where they did a lot of what they said they were going to do and made life better for the Americans. But I think it's on another level now. He has an understanding of the swamp. He has an understanding of corruption. He has an understanding of people that are just career politicians who don't actually care about making change happen and just want to stay in their seat. And so he has a very, Trump is very knowledgeable, or he's come to awareness on who it is he should and shouldn't deal with. And so I'm super excited about how he's going to go about it this second term. And I really think they're going to get a lot done. So I'm super excited. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you comment down your thoughts below. Make sure you're subscribed, engaging, commenting, liking. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And see you guys next time. Peace.